So you guys managed to take down Arios, huh? Man, oh man, it's hard to believe how far you've all come over this past year. Talk about a changing of the guard. Now the Triple S really has replaced Arios as Crossbell's most beloved heroes. What a scoop. I wouldn't go that far. Despite everything Arios did, I don't think Crossbell will ever view him as anything other than a hero, and that's okay too. You've matured, Lloyd. You know that? Anyway, I don't think there's anything you guys can't overcome now that you managed to beat Arios, and you can quote me on that. At this rate, I'm already looking forward to the after party. Don't let me down, okay? Wouldn't dream of it. Long ago, the Septarian Mirage, Demiurgos, chose to erase itself from existence rather than continue on. I apprised you of this before, did I not? You did. It wanted to keep itself from going berserk and hurting those it was sworn to protect. Do you think it's possible Kia might end up following the same fate? I cannot say for certain. However, it is by assuming her role as the Septarian of Zero that she conjured forth this tree, a force that rivals even the goddess. As things stand, there is no guarantee that she will be capable of controlling such an immense power for long. It is possible that, with time, Kia herself will come to the same conclusion as the Septarian Mirage, Demiurgos. I see. Well, that's why we're here. As long as we remain standing, I won't let that happen to her. I've come to expect nothing less. And if you can't quite tell, I'm getting a little sick. My nose is stuffed up, so... Heck's your problem. I try showing you some concern for you jerks, and you up and mock me. Whatever, just try not to get yourselves whipped too hard out there. The sooner you fix this dumpster fire, the sooner I can get back to chilling on the orbital net. Sometimes I get so anxious that I feel like I'm fighting right alongside you all. That's why I want to do my part too. As long as my name is Fran Seeker, I'm going to keep praying that you, Noe, and everyone else stays safe. You've been coming back in one piece every time so far, so don't stop now. This is it. The end is finally here. We've come so far. All that's left is to believe in ourselves and charge our way through one final battle. Though even if we succeed, it won't mean the end of Crossbell's tough times ahead. That's true, but if we're ever going to see the light at the end of the tunnel, we have to take it one day at a time. Our victory today will be the first step towards securing Crossbell's future. I think my dad would say the exact same thing if he were still here with us. This is the first step. No, the next step in protecting our home, and we're going to take it together, Lloyd. Before I'm a police officer or even a guardsman, I'm your friend and comrade who loves her state. At last, we can finally make our way to Kia. Belle and Mr. Grimwood will be waiting for us, too. Are you going to be okay, Ellie? Belle must have a personal stake in all this. She's always had her quirks, baffling as they may be. Maybe that's part of what drew me to her. But no matter what her reasoning is, a plan that hinges on someone else's sacrifice is unacceptable. I couldn't agree more. While I still don't understand Maria Belle and Mr. Grimwood's ultimate goal, I know that we can't let them hurt Kia a minute longer. Listen, Ellie, it may be hard to go up against your best friend, but all of us are here to support you. Can we count on your help? I was already prepared to give it. She and I have been friends since childhood. It's for that exact reason that I must make her recognize the error of her ways. Our journey is nearing its end. I don't know how useful Yin's skills will be against whatever it is Maria Belle has at her disposal. But if you summon me to the front lines, I will fight alongside you all with every fiber of my being. Thanks, Risha, I mean it. You know, it's funny, we already fought a bunch of times while you were Yin, both side by side and against each other. Sorry about that. Still haven't decided whether to follow the path of the performer or of Yin. But what I know right now is that I want to protect Crossbell, the place that gave me Ilya and everyone else a home. If my abilities as Yin prove to be useful to them, then I won't hesitate to wield them. Thanks, Risha. We're happy to have you. We'll fight to protect what matters most to us, together. Agreed. It helped to finally get some direct information from the Divine Blade of Wind, but we've still got a few unsolved mysteries on our hands. For starters, full details of the Azure Zero project orchestrated by Grizzly Grimm. Then there's Kia's capabilities as Septarian of Zero, as well as how Maria Belle plans to utilize her. The only way we're going to find out any of those things is by hearing it from the horses' mouths. Yeah, I did think Grimwood kind of looked like a horse. That's true. If we make our way to them, we're sure to get the final few answers we've been searching for, including why Kia agreed to help them in the first place. Well, try not to get too strung up about it. If there's one thing I've learned since joining the Triple S, it's that the bond you all share with Kia is the real deal. No matter what happens, as long as you all continue to fight for her, there's hope she'll listen. That's what I'm banking on. But hey, what's with this you all business? You make it sound like you aren't included. We're rescuing her together, Wazy. You're a member of the Triple S, and that makes you as much a part of our family as anyone. Kia would say just the same. You really have a way with speeches, you know that? But you're right, I guess that little girl has 3 overprotective dads now. Why is he considered a dad and not like the older brother? I don't know. It's almost time. The final battle will determine the fate of Crossbell. At first, I didn't have the highest hopes considering our lack of church personnel. But we somehow managed to come this far. Knowing the Triple S, I'm sure you can pull this off. Make sure you got your equipment in order before you go close things out. It's been 3 years since Guy Bannion's death, and now the truth of the matter has finally come to light. All this time McLean had been keeping it to himself, shouldering the burden of it on his own. What a simpleton. It was his penance for everything that happened, his way of moving forward. In a way, maybe it's also his source of strength all these years. What you call strength, I call stupidity. Deep down, he knows it too. That's why he gave you the opening you needed. That aside, you finally learned all that you've been seeking about your brother's passing, isn't that right? Yeah, I really have. There's still a lot for me to sort out once this is over, but I'm content for now. That just leaves one final barrier staying in our way. We have to defeat Maria Bell and Mr. Grimwood to bring an end to this. That's right. Moving forward is the only way to close the books on this case for good. I hope you're ready to take that final step. I am. So our final showdown set. Triple S versus Mystifying Maria Bell and Ian Puppet Master Grimwood. This is just about raw strength. They won't even be half as tough as my uncle or Arios. But with Keto in their hands and the Subterranean of Zero, they're going to be pretty damn tough to put down. Yeah, this might be even more difficult than our bout with Arios. But let's not forget, the truth is waiting for us up there. Together, there's no barrier we can't overcome. I don't sound like that, do I? You've been hanging out for so long that I know what you're going to say before you even think it. So don't worry, I ain't backing down from a fight. I mean, our little girl's waiting for her papas to come pick her up. Wouldn't want to let her down, right? Exactly. Let's bring Kia home. Learning the guy had been murdered by Mr. Grimwood, one of his closest friends, left me speechless. And he was willing to resort to such drastic measures makes me wonder just what the Azure Zero project is. But above all, I question whether we stand a chance against a conspiracy even Guy failed to thwart. Those are all valid concerns, to be sure. Honestly, I'm starting to fear Mr. Grimwood might be more dead set on this than Arios ever was. Still, that's exactly why we need to show him that despite the odds stacked against us, our determination is even stronger. You're absolutely right, Lloyd. It's our only hope of prevailing over him. And we will do exactly that. Now's the time for us to finish what Guy started. Right, we've got this, Theo. There's not much more to say now that you made it this far. We've got a tough battle up ahead, but I know that Adios will be there to guide you. Please be careful, and may the goddess protect you all. Moments ago, as we were busy finding the Divine Blade of Wind, our radar detected another flying object entering the Holy Precincts. It appears to be the Red Constellation's Beowulf. What? They didn't attack, did they? No, they landed at a different point of the Azure Tree without engaging us, then took off again a short while later. I can only presume they arrived to collect the Scarlet Ogre and Bloody Shirley. Damn it, if we weren't so pressed for time, we could have arrested them and brought them in for questioning. I understand how you feel, but we have other priorities. Sadly, the standby team was in no position to stop them either. The Jaeger's skill in combat is only matched by their ability to make a swift and sensible retreat. There's a chance we might cross paths with them again someday. Right now, all that matters is putting this crisis to rest. Precisely. You should make sure you're prepared before heading into the final battle. There may come a time when we again trade blows with the Red Constellation. However, that's hardly much of a concern when compared to the incident at hand. You should make sure you're prepared before heading into the final battle. I don't know where Sergei is offhand. Let's try Orcus. Yeah. I was hoping there'd be a line or something about that. Lloyd? Sorry. I was just thinking back to when Arios told us about Guy's final moments. Even then, he was more worried about Cecile and me than he was for himself. That's just the kind of person he was. He didn't even resent Arios or Mr. Grimwood for what had happened. Honestly, how big of a heart can one man have? Lloyd, if you ask me, you definitely inherited that part of him, pal. He's got you pegged. Hear, hear? Come on, guys. Anyway, what matters now is that we save Key and put a stop to this. Yes, now's not the time to falter. Let's go, everyone. Where'd the old geezer go? There he is. The police came by a little while ago and asked me some questions, even though I refused to believe it. There's just no way Ingram would do something so heinous. We know it's hard to accept, but it's a reality no matter how much we try to deny it, and the only way to uncover his true motives is to ask him ourselves. What's this one? This grave belongs to Mr. Grimwood's wife and children. No reason to stay here. We should get going. Wow, that's a little harsh, Lloyd. I was trying to make this a somber moment, but... nothing for Saya. Left out in the cold. Jeez. So, I think it's pretty obvious what our next stop is. I don't remember if there's a teleport point over here yet. No. Hold on. Was she here? Let's check the hospital. That was the bus stop sign. But yeah, they have a line for Quint or whatever his name was, but not one for Sergei's. You're here, Lloyd. Have you confronted Arios yet? We have. It's one of the hardest fights of our lives, but we managed to come together and pull through. Since our first day as the Triple S, Arios has always been our rival. I think it's only fitting that he would be one of our final barriers to overcome. Frankly, I don't think we would have won had we been one person short. It was truly a team effort. You said it. Well, the Special Sports section has been a second family for all of you, hasn't it? You should be proud you've come this far. While I can't say that Arios and I were particularly close, we have spoken on several occasions. I always got the sense that there was something weighing on his heart deep down. Knowing how hard he works for his daughter, and what he went through losing his wife and best friend, it was almost unbearable to see. Maybe it was his reputation as the unassailable divine blade of wind that led him to believe he couldn't turn to anyone else for help. In other words, it was his own strength that led to his loneliness. That could very well be the case. I'm sure any martial artist would feel shame in suffering defeat. But in Arios' case, maybe he feels relieved of all his burdens instead. I'm sure Guy has been looking down on his partner with concern these last 3 years. So as his fiancé, allow me to say this on his behalf. They have the wrong fiancé there real quick. Thank you, Special Sports Section. Thank you for saving Guy's dear friend Arios. You're welcome. If Guy truly is watching from above, then I hope we did right by him. All that remains is taking back Kia. Don't worry, Cecile. We won't keep you waiting much longer. I'll hold you to that. Lloyd, everyone be careful out there, and come back to us once you settle this once and for all. I'll be praying for you, so you do your part and bring Kia home, smiling face and all. So remember, when talking about a female, fiancé has 2 E's. Unless Cecile transitioned while we were away, I guess that could be possible? But yeah, last order of business. So we have 19... Huh. Ragnadorian. Okay, for this one, it's 1910, so she actually has it. Oh no, she doesn't have enough water. Eschaton. He's close. Reincarnation. Oh crap, his sucks. Oh. We have to get rid of this one. This is the only thing I think that will give him enough. There it is, Dragon Rage. This one is... Why do the... Oh my god. I don't know if I can use this one. Shroud. I should have a spare shroud. So I need something that gives time. That should do it. Lord Inferno. Okay, 2111. Oh god. So there's 21. There's 11. Argent Arc. She has fire, he has time. So his is gonna be 2111. The 11 is this. How? That lowers the time which I need. Okay, we can do that one to boost him up to that. And then we have to get 11 Mirage. That'll knock me down. It's 11 Mirage, so we need something... Do I have a better time quartz? No. I may not be able to do this one then. So if I just take this off and put EP3 here. I fall a little short right there. And 6. Okay, we still have that. I hate you, Dudley. So let's see, it's 21 time and 11 mirage. We're one short if we take Shackle. There we go, last Orbender. Okay, for the last bit of grinding I've done, just to show you before we go into the fight. We are at 96 S-breaks out of 100 needed. So you go in here. So make sure high speed is off. And there you go. Break it up. And if you notice, we didn't actually pay the CP, so if you need to get this one, just go somewhere where there's weak enemies that you can just one-shot. Queue up the attack, fire off your, well, queue up your S-crafts, and then just rinse and repeat until you get your 100. As long as you have 4 full party members, it literally only take 25 fights, so... That's not counting anything you may have done in the storyline up till this point. So, last thing I'm going to look at before we resume, I don't know if this will just be its own video or not, I don't think it's really long enough. This is not possible in a fresh game. I missed a couple chests somewhere, probably in the early game. I missed one paint job for that one. I don't know what this one is yet. We only need 35 more fights, 2 interrupts. This is the 100S craft thing. So I will do this one off camera before I resume in Azure Tree. This one you just have to master the 7th type of Master Quartz. I only have 6 of the 7. This just takes way too long to grind, so I'm not doing that one now. This one, it's a grind. If I, like, you could probably get this and this at the same time. These require a higher game. I don't know what this one is offhand, if it's just beating the game or something. And then Wazy's thing, which we're close, but it's just too little too late. I think this is beating the game, so yeah, I just don't know what that one is. That's possibly the super boss, which you can't do on a new game.
させるか。
行きます。そこです。
任せこっしゃ。やれやれ。無駄だよ。そこだ。よし。その程度じゃ俺たちは止められない。
And there you go. I'm gonna let you finish. Nice Kanye reference to round out the achievements for the game, don't you think? So that we're at 3,200. We've gotten... Wow. I didn't think we actually got that many achievements, but we've gotten 3/4 of them. So, yeah, when we pick up, it will be moving forward in the story.